Is Israel above international law? Israel's position in the realm of international law and its relationship with the United Nations and other global institutions is a subject of intense scrutiny and debate. This conversation is particularly relevant today as tensions escalate in the West Bank, Gaza Strip, and the broader Middle East. Regarding the occupied Palestinian territories, present a multifaceted scenario for analysis. At the heart of the controversy is Israel's occupation of Palestinian lands. This discrepancy raises questions about the effectiveness and impartiality of international law. The support of powerful allies, notably the United States, plays a crucial role in shielding Israel from international censure. This backing is rooted in strategic interests, shared values, and significant lobbying efforts, which influence the international community's stance and the UN's ability to enforce its resolutions. Furthermore, Israel's security concerns and its right to self-defense are central to its legal and moral justification for its policies towards the Palestinian territories and responses to groups like Hamas. However, the proportionality and distinction of these actions under international humanitarian law are subjects of ongoing debate. The International Criminal Court's investigation into alleged war crimes in Palestinian territories signifies a pivotal moment, yet it faces challenges such as jurisdiction and enforcement capabilities. This situation underscores the complexities of applying international law in geopolitically sensitive contexts, reflecting broader challenges in achieving justice and peace in the region. The discussions surrounding Israel's engagement with international law and its actions in occupied territories often touch on allegations of brutality and inhumane behavior, marking a contentious aspect of this complex geopolitical issue. Reports and accounts from international human rights organizations, alongside testimonies from Palestinian civilians, paint a grim picture of the human cost associated with prolonged occupation, military operations, and settlement expansions. These narratives bring to light instances of excessive use of force, restrictions on movement, access to resources, and the demolition of homes, which significantly impact the daily lives and human rights of Palestinian populations. The stark disparity between the legal frameworks governing warfare and the realities on the ground raises profound ethical and legal questions. The principles of distinction and proportionality, core tenets of international humanitarian law designed to safeguard civilian populations during conflicts, are central to the critiques leveled against Israel's military actions in Gaza and the West Bank. The recurrent cycles of violence, which see military operations leading to high civilian casualties, destruction of infrastructure, and subsequent humanitarian crises, underscore the urgent need for accountability and a reevaluation of the approaches to security and defense. This situation not only exacerbates the suffering of individuals living under occupation, but also deepens the divide between communities, hindering prospects for peace and reconciliation. The narratives of brutality and inhumanity fuel perceptions of injustice and desperation, contributing to a cycle of retaliation and further violence. The international community's struggle to address these issues effectively, amidst geopolitical alliances and strategic interests, reflects the broader challenges of upholding international legal norms and human rights in conflict zones. As discussions on this topic continue, the imperative to balance security concerns with the rights and dignity of all individuals remains a critical challenge, highlighting the need for a comprehensive and just resolution that addresses the root causes of the conflict and ensures respect for international law and human rights. The narrative of Israel's engagement with international law is deeply intertwined with the aftermath of World War II. Yet, Israel's settlement expansions continue, with significant implications for the peace process and the feasibility of a two-state solution. The international community, through resolutions and statements by various international legal bodies, has repeatedly condemned these actions. However, substantive actions, such as sanctions or international legal proceedings, have been conspicuously absent. The role of major powers, especially the United States, in shaping the international response to Israel's policies, cannot be overstated. The U.S. has historically provided Israel with diplomatic, military, and financial support, often vetoing UN-Security Council resolutions critical of Israel. This support is rooted in shared strategic interests, values, and the powerful influence of pro-Israel lobbies. The US's stance is pivotal in understanding why international legal pronouncements against Israel's policies often remain symbolic, lacking enforcement mechanisms. Another critical aspect of this discourse is the legal and moral arguments employed by Israel to justify its actions. Israel argues that its security concerns necessitate control over certain territories and actions against what it perceives as terrorism. The state also contests the applicability of the Fourth Geneva Convention to the territories, labeling them as disputed rather than occupied. Moreover, Israel's actions in Gaza and responses to Hamas attacks are framed within the right to self-defense, a principle enshrined in international law, though the proportionality and distinction of such actions remain hotly debated. The International Criminal Court's recent moves to investigate alleged war crimes in Palestinian territories mark a significant moment in international law's engagement with the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Thank you for joining us on this thought-provoking journey. We hope to have provided a comprehensive overview that not only informs, but also encourages further inquiry and discussion among our viewers. Stay tuned to InfoBurst for more in-depth analyses on critical global issues that shape our world and impact our collective future.